Our story begins on the planet of Mars-Sara. On December 12th, 2499, days after the Protoss purged all life from Chau-Sara, the Confederacy appointed a new magistrate to the neighboring fringe world Mars-Sara. This was done in an effort to quell the fears and suspicions of the surrounding planets. You assume the role of that newly instated magistrate overlooking this small colony. After the downfall of Chau-Sara, the Confederacy tightened its grip and began a military crackdown on all outlying systems and fringe worlds. Now keep in mind that none of these planets have any knowledge of the xenomorph menace that was responsible for the fall of Chau-Sara. All they heard was the propaganda about the Confederates' mighty victory over the Sons of Korhal. So this galactic quarantine came unexpected and was very unwelcomed. Soon after your arrival, a message is left with the Magistrate's adjutant, which is a non-sapient artificial intelligence used for various important functions that necessitates an assistant for a military commander. This message was from the recently promoted General Edmund Duke. The contents explained that he has now included Mars-Sara in the planetary quarantine order and now requires the Magistrate to relocate his colonists and his limited amount of military personnel to the Wastelands. Naturally, this was unpopular with the colonists and would only be the beginning of colonial unrest with the brutality of Confederate tactics here on Mars-Sara.
Can't believe we're being sent to the Wasteland. These Confederates think they can push anybody around.
The Magistrate's resources are severely limited, and his military forces are composed of only the most basic of soldiers, the SCV and the Terran Marine. The Space Construction Vehicle, or SCV for short, is a small mech measuring about 12 feet tall, built solely for construction and resource gathering.
Orders, Captain? Can I read you? Yes, sir? Reporting for duty. Come again, Captain? I'm not reading you clearly. I can't believe they put me in one of these things. And now I gotta put up with this, too? I told them I was claustrophobic. I gotta get out of here. I'm socked in here tighter than a frog's butt in a watermelon seed fight.
This unit, while not a soldier, is constructed out of neosteel with a plasteel view hatch in the front. SCVs have been observed to be equipped with fusion cutters, plasma welders, a power drill, a utility clamp, and also include heavy-duty thrusters. Now, aside from the SCV, the Magistrate only has access to a single type of offensive unit at this time, the backbone of any Terran military, the Marine.
Give me something to shoot. Jacked up and good to go. Give me something to shoot. Jacked up and good to go. Are you gonna give me orders? Oh my god, he's whacked. I vote we frag this commander. How do I get out of this chicken shit outfit?
This hardy infantry unit, wearing a powered exoskeleton and wielding a Gauss rifle, alone is fairly weak, but when united as a large group, they can strike fear into even the most terrifying of foes. A local marshal going by the name of Jim Raynor has agreed to assist in the colonists' relocation and will meet the Magistrate's forces en route to the new Wasteland quarantine site.
Raynor here. Anytime you're ready. This is Jimmy. Hey, quit it. What's your problem, man? Look, Commander, do you mind? I knew I should have stayed in bed this morning.
There is a vast change in the environment, where the colonists were accustomed to their homes and neighborhoods and various businesses. Now they're all met with desolate stretches of dirt and craggy plateaus. Even animal wildlife seems to be sparse in this new place they would call home.
Howdy, boys. I'm Jim Raynor, Marshal of these parts.
As the Magistrates group meets up with the Marshal and begins to strengthen their new territory, they run into an unknown class of unnaturally vicious aliens, which also seem to be devoid of communicative intelligence. And thanks to the stifling propaganda of the Confederacy, they were none the wiser that these vicious aliens were the ones responsible for the fall of Chau-Sara, and that their presence can only mean that Mars-Sara is now in the same apocalyptic predicament. Thankfully, the enemy numbers are few on the Wastelands, and with the heroic efforts of the colonists bolstering the ranks of Marines, the aliens are defeated with only minimal casualties. The Magistrate and his people are safe for now.